In this week's video, I spend 3 hours on this splendid near 50-year-old ship. I soak up the stunning scenery found on the Scilly Isles, marvel at the cabbage patch flora and friendly wildlife, and then tamely fly home like a proverbial duck out of water. Good morning guys, thank you for joining me. I'm in Penzance and today I'm taking a ferry all the way across to the Scilly Isles. Really looking forward to this one. Scillonian III was built in 1977 in the West Country, had predecessors, Scillonian II and Scillonian I. The first one lasted from 1926 to 1956 and the next one only waited from 56 to 77 when this one came into service. Now this ship is going to go out of service next year. Something far more modern is going to crop up. This one is flat bottomed and it was made in the West Country. It's almost 3 hours to crossing. Big queues here, so sorry for the poor backdrop, but I think we're going to make a cracking video today. Never been to the Scilly Isles, and furthermore, not coming back on the ferry. Oh no, going to fly home. Going to be a long day. It's 8 AM, but this should be a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me and enjoy the video. So this is it. It's a bit of a funny old ticketing system, but I'm not going to let that dampen my enthusiasm. I'm about to board. Looks like a busy old crowd, although quite senior citizen. Listen, I'm 210 and a few more, but yeah, I'm one of the younger guys on the boat. Right, 3 hours of this. I'm really looking forward to it. Dogs welcome on the Scillonian III. There's quite a few of them on the ship. Just doing a bit more research here. Coming into service in the Silver Jubilee year of 1977, it was christened by Prince Charles, and subsequently, in 48 years of making crossings, it's completed 11,000. Thank you, my friend. 11,000 round-trip journeys. Quite remarkable. So as you can see, everything's really clearly signposted on the Scillonian. Still trying to get my head around the fact that the upper deck is not at the top and the main deck is actually the third floor down, but it matters none because you're not going to get lost on this ship. There's two cafes on here. The one at the bottom on the main deck is quieter than the one on the upper deck, and this one, if you look out the windows, you're pretty much at sea level. Really comfortable though, and when I loaded there were big queues and I got the impression the ship was going to be full, and to be honest, as you can see, there's empty seats everywhere. Once again, dogs are allowed on board and comfy seats indeed. Now we had a great crossing. I mean, look at it, it was like a billiard table. Those seasick bags were not required. Now here's the quiet area. It was not quiet. The engine was
banging away down there. There was just the one person. It was quiet because he was in isolation. But yeah, a little bit hot, a little bit stuffy, no windows, and very noisy with the bleed from the engines. Here is the main cafe on the upper deck. Good selection of food there. Really, really friendly staff. Exceptional.
I've been at sea for about an hour and a half now, and there's still no end of people out on deck hoping to see a dolphin or a whale or some sort of marine sea life. It's a lot of dedicated people, a lot of cameras, a lot of binoculars, and a few experts on deck as well to give their advice on what you're actually looking at. And they are mad keen to see a dolphin or two. Apparently it's quite common this time of year and on this particular ferry, which really adds to the charm of it. Weather-wise, you know what, it's 15 degrees. I'm on the deck of a ship doing probably 15 knots. It's not too cold at all. I mean, this is really, really pleasant. 8 months a year, spends 3 or 4 months in dock. It gets a bit of a refurb and a fresh lick of paint. But it means in total, since 1977, this ship has done over 11,000 crossings. Quite remarkable, because most ships get about 4 or 5 renames during their life, don't they? And furthermore, they change routes all the time and change operators. So this old girl really, really has looked after the people of the Scilly Isles. So the approach to St Mary's has got everybody on board. I've just seen the plane go by, which I'll be taking home later on. Couldn't have asked for any more. Yeah, it's like a cruise. I mean seriously, but better, because you know you're an hour going out of Penzance, seeing some fantastic sights, and 45 minutes to an hour getting back into here. So very little time just staring out the windows, looking at the sea. And when you do, you're looking for dolphins. Unfortunately, didn't get to see any today. Might have to do another trip. So there's clearly plenty of boat trips to get to other parts of the island, sightseeing, wildlife adventures, etc. But unfortunately, they all seem to depart before the ferry arrives. So if you want to do something like this, you've probably got to be here for 2 days. Welcome to Hugh Town on the island of St Mary's in the Scilly Isles. What a journey that was. Fantastic boat trip, recommend it to anyone. And all it cost was £17.50. I mean, that's 3 hours entertainment for me. And I know when I take the kids to the fun fair, they want that for a couple of rides. Now the tide's right out, so I thought I'd come down and have a quick explore. I'm just off the boat, straight into a pub. I don't think the tide's going to get much further out. So a perfect opportunity. So I've no idea what's here, apart from an airport. And the flight home, incidentally, was £68.50. So round trip ferry here, plane home. Yeah, you can't really go wrong, can you? I mean, what a view this is. There is a distinct smell of fish, of course, because we're in the sea, but I think there's a lot of fishing done here. A lot of fishing boats, but a lot of tourist vessels as well. Now, this is something else. What do you think? It's not the worst, is it? Does anybody know what they're called? I've nicknamed them cabbage plants, but whatever they are, they're really bizarre. Bees absolutely love them. Oh, there's another one. And that's more like a shrub. No, a tree. I don't know. Great place, and of course a selection of palm trees there. Liking this place already. Found a really good view of the Scillonian III. So that's going to stay here throughout the afternoon and then ferry people back later on. I think it departs about 5 o'clock or something, so it's maybe a bit earlier, whatever. That's all it does. 11,000 plus crossings during its lifetime. Only ever done this route. Isn't that amazing? I'm loving this. Albeit I just stopped in a cafe and ordered an ice cream and a Cornish pasty, as you do, and asked for the toilet, said we haven't got one. That's quite weird to me. I've never come across a cafe I thought it was a legal requirement, so I'm on the hunt, and there it is down there for the public toilet. And something tells me it's going to be pretty much spotlessly clean because the entire place is spotless. I suppose that's a result of a small population. I bet the crime rate here is pretty much nil. Yeah, you would feel safe at night walking these streets, no problem. So let's be frank, you don't see too many petrol stations that look like that, do you? Wonderfully simple. And if you're going to buy a second-hand car, this would be the place to buy it from, I'd say. Okay, it might have a bit of salt going on underneath and a bit of rust, I don't know. But it certainly wouldn't have much mileage. I doubt if these cars ever make it into fourth gear. Got the sunglasses out. It turned into a glorious day. It was always going to. So yeah, took a wrong turn in. I saw a lovely tower. I thought head towards that. It turns out I've managed to walk past it and on for about half a mile. But it doesn't matter because it's just so tranquil and so sweet and just, it's the business. And I mean, every time you turn around, you see something like that. Right across there in the distance is the ferry. Quite simply, it's just, it's beautiful. I don't think it will get too overrun in summertime either because they can only get about 600 people on that ship and they don't fly big planes into here. There's one ship a day. Obviously all the guest houses and whatever will be full. But I get the impression, even at its most busiest period, this is still very manageable, enjoyable and not too crowded. Okay, better get back onto the main track. So that's what I was heading for. Easy thing to miss. The City Cart Company hires those out by the day. I tried to get a hold of one. I was hoping it was like hop in and pay and off you go, but unfortunately it wasn't. They're all over the place, so they must be mad popular. And I understand it. It's a great way of getting around, and there are a few hills here. What's with the flags? So my cabbage plants actually change colours. Isn't that cool? Now, end of terrace. That probably goes right back, you know, it's probably got 4 bedrooms at least. However, this is quite cool. Isn't that dainty? Yeah, triangular house. Really cool. So Hugh Town's down there, but this part of St Mary's is entirely walled. Incredible. Star Castle, really popular in Belgium and France, but fortifications all the way around. Absolutely no idea about that. If you're a military historian, you're going to love that. So a few trains of thought now. I did mention that this place probably doesn't get overrun with tourists because there's only one ferry in every day, but I didn't think about the cruise liners. Yeah, they could unload 3,000 a piece, and there's 2 in the harbour now. Not the biggest ones, but impressive ones all the same. The other thing that's really struck me is the wildlife. It's so friendly. I mean, birds, ducks drinking out of people's hands, bumblebees everywhere, butterflies, the things we don't see so much anymore. The lack of people has served this place really, really well. Wow, what a find. So I found a bar. It's in a castle. Absolutely. The Star Castle Hotel Bar. How cool. Isn't that quaint? I'm really enamored with this. The trouble is, when I come up here, I need to actually duck. The ceiling's low and it's getting lower. But this is the proper stuff for Castle Dreams. Incredible. So taken with this. And as an added bonus, the pint wasn't too expensive either. I'm feeling really cheeky. Oh wow. Okay, shall we do it? Oh yeah. Now I wonder, that bell I've just rang, it's at the top of this hill fort, this star fort here, and it just dawned on me that that could have been when they see enemy ships approaching, or a ship of any kind, that the bell gets rung. So I hope I've not sent out fire and rescue. You fancy seeing what a Star Castle looks like from the outside, like a 360? Yeah, well, bear with me. Let's do a couple of laps. Cliffs, rocks, lighthouses, windswept trees with tunnels in them. Truly remarkable place and peaceful. I've experienced nothing like it for a long, long time. It kind of reminds me of the Wicklow Mountains, but of course that's only got an artificial lake in it and not the sea. Yes, the weather helps, but the further south you go, the better the weather is, and they'll get more than their fair share of good weather down this part of the world. So there's the ocean there. You can imagine the wind cutting in, making a right old mess of anything that it comes in contact with, and yet Look at that. Now, isn't that bizarre? And what on earth are they? I've never seen things grow at 45 degrees. I presumed everything just went straight up. I'm kind of guessing that woman didn't want to be filmed, the fact she was walking backwards towards me, so I turned the camera off. Isles of Scilly Airport, and what a result. So I thought it was about a 5 or 10 minute walk, so I stopped in the pub for the last drink, you know. Asked behind the bar and they said 20 minutes, half an hour. I was like, what? Don't worry, phone the taxi. So taxi companies, first one was an answer phone, they left a number, phone the other one. Yep, no problem, 8 o'clock tonight. Sorry, I need a taxi now. No, can't do it. Pulling the hair out, and one of these things, an airport shuttle bus pulled up outside the pub, full to the brim, borrowing one seat, and I managed to get that one seat. Absolutely delighted, and it was all uphill as well. So yeah, I was down in the bay before. So yeah, could have been stuck here for the night, and I don't know if there'll be room at the proverbial inn. So yeah, had a good stroke of luck today. It's been a wonderful day. Taking the flight back now to Land's End Airport, then it's going to be a taxi to Penzance, and then a coach to Newquay. So talk about packing in the day. I think by the time we finished, going to be something like 18 hours on the go. All good fun though.
Two doors at the rear of the aircraft and two emergency windows in row 2. Only open these exits with the group toes. To open the doors, lift the red cover.
Oh wow, unbelievable. What a setting for an airport. You know, the people here, they're like the animals, they're really, really friendly. Like, without exception, everyone I've come across is just nice, and it's a genuine nice as well. Anyway, really looking forward to this. Result, absolute result.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name's Isaac, and the left-hand seat is Richard. He's going to be flying us back to Land's End today.
Wonderful.
Nice and low, about 1,000 feet, so you should be able to see the fish. A few things I have to talk to you about. I know you've just come from safety briefing. Emergency exits, 2 at the back there and 2 here. If you're not sure where they are, please look at the red tops of the seats. They'll help indicate which row they're on. Seatbelts, please keep them securely fastened throughout the whole flight until we're ready to disembark at the other end. We are going to be going over the water, so underneath your seat you will find a life jacket.
Great stuff. Wow. This must be a short runway.
Wow, what a ride. What an absolute buzz. Yeah, I don't like heights, and I've never been very good in small aircraft, but I just smile from cheek to cheek. And what a lovely airport, Land's End Airport. Another gem. That is nice. So there we go, that's me. The 406 National Express is going to take me to Newquay to complete the day. It's been an action-packed day. I've loved every minute. A solid 9.5 out of 10. In fact, probably even a 10. Maybe all the planets lined up, from taxis turning up and unexpectedly at both airports, and yeah, it was pretty much faultless. A really thoroughly enjoyable day and experience. I'd recommend it to anybody. Until next time, thanks for joining me. Life's a journey, not a destination, but what do I know?